Hello friends, welcome back to the class. So the last video we discussed about what are the cycloaddition reactions and how many types of stereochemical modes are present for cycloaddition reactions, and what is suprafacial pi partner, what is anthrofacial pi partner, and so how they are approaching. So today in this video we are going to discuss about CMO theory of cycloaddition reactions. So CMO theory of cycloaddition reactions. So here friends, to explain cycloaddition reactions, generally we use the two reactions. One is the dimerization of ethylene, the example for 4n-pi cycloadditions. The second reaction is Diels-Alder reaction, which comes under 4n plus 2-pi cycloaddition reactions. So for dimerization of ethylene molecule. So friends, in CMO theory of electrocyclizations, we use it to discuss about C2 symmetry and sigma symmetry. But here friends, we are not going to use C2 symmetry, so we are going to use only sigma symmetry elements. So you see friends, here at cycloaddition reactions, example is dimerization of ethylene, so react with another ethylene molecule, this is called dimerization. So this is undergoing 2-pi plus 2-pi cycloaddition reaction, and the product is cyclobutane. So now you see, come to the reactants. Here you observe, I am going to use a vertical plane of symmetry. When this is the vertical plane of symmetry, this vertical plane of symmetry cut both the reactants. The left side part is mirror image to right side part. So that means vertical plane of symmetry present in the reactants. Similarly, I am going to use horizontal plane of symmetry. The below part is mirror image to the above part. Therefore, horizontal plane of symmetry also present. So come to the products. Here vertical plane of symmetry. So right side part is mirror image to the left side part. So therefore, vertical plane of symmetry is present. And use the horizontal plane of symmetry. So the bottom side part is mirror image to top side part. Therefore, horizontal plane of symmetry is present. You can see that in reactants, sigma V is present, sigma H is present. The similar way in product also, the both the symmetry elements are present, sigma V and sigma H. That means that in dimerization of ethylene, the both symmetry elements are present throughout the reaction in reactants as well as products. So that's why you have to classify the molecular orbitals of reactants and products based on sigma V, sigma H symmetry elements. Let's start the reaction. Okay. So designation, so thermal condition, designation, yes, molecular orbitals. So in last class, so about CMO theory of electrocyclization, we use a C2 symmetry or sigma symmetry. But here you have to use a sigma V and sigma H symmetry elements combinedly. You can take sigma H, sigma V also, but in product also you have to write sigma H, sigma V. Here I am taking sigma V, sigma H, therefore in product also I have to write sigma V and sigma H. Okay friends, so before that, before that, here you see ethylene molecule. Ethylene has two molecular orbitals. The two molecular orbitals are, the two molecular orbitals are psi 1 and psi 2. The two molecular orbitals are psi 1 and psi 2. Here we have plus, minus, minus. Here we have plus, minus, minus, plus. So here to explain the molecular orbital, you can see here number of carbons are 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 carbons are present. Therefore, we are going to have 4 molecular orbitals. The first one, I am taking the psi 1 of ethylene. This psi 1 of ethylene is, so you see A ethylene. So this is, you can say A ethylene, and here you can say B ethylene for our convenience. Now you have to take psi 1 of B ethylene. How to take psi 1 of B ethylene? So that approaching opposite direction. So you can observe here, psi 1 is approaching opposite direction. Yes, right. So again you take the psi 1 of A ethylene and psi 1 of B ethylene. So here you are taking, so both are in same direction. Sir, why we have to take opposite direction, same direction? Because when pluses are approaching pluses, that has the less energy. When pluses are approaching minuses, that has more energy. To differentiate that, we taken like this. Okay, the first one is pluses approaching pluses. Here minus are approaching pluses. So next one, you take the psi 2 of A ethylene. Now again you have to take psi 2 of B ethylene. Again you see here that plus is approaching plus, minus is approaching minus. In that way you have to take, right, psi 2 of B. Again you use psi 2 of A and psi 2 of B. So both are in same direction. That means minus approaching plus, plus approaching minus. So the molecular orbitals are pi 1, pi 2, pi 3, pi 4. Because 4 carbons are present, 4 molecular orbitals are possible. So friends, one more thing, you can write psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, psi 4, not a problem. You can easily write it like this also. So another way to remember this molecular orbitals, but the last explanation is very good to understand. So this is somewhat you can be confused. You see here friends, so psi 1, number of nodes are 0. You start from here, plus, 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 there is no node. Psi 2, number of nodes are 1. Node 1 should present middle of the orbital, plus, plus, minus, minus, node is present. So you have to follow in this way, right, in this way. Okay, here psi 3, so here node is present, here node is present, so plus, minus, minus, plus. So the last one is plus, minus, plus, minus. So this way also you can easily remember the concept. Okay, so now friends, here that means 4 molecular orbitals are there, and here we are taking 2 ethylene molecules. So this ethylene has 2 pi electrons, and this is also having 2 pi electrons. So totally we have 4 pi electrons present in reactants. So those electrons, pi 1 filled with 2 electrons, pi 2 filled with another 2 electrons. So now come to the symmetrical elements. Right, here first I am using vertical plane of symmetry. So this vertical plane of symmetry bisecting or cutting the molecule into 2 equal parts. How can you say equal parts? So from top to bottom, minus, plus, plus, minus. What is here? Minus, plus, plus, minus, same thing. Whatever the left side you are observing, right side also same is there. So therefore according to sigma v, it is symmetrical. And here use the horizontal plane of symmetry. When you cut like this part is top side part is mirror image to the bottom side part. Therefore according to sigma h, it is symmetrical. So therefore the first one is vertically symmetrical, horizontally symmetrical. Come to the pi 2. Yes, use the vertical plane of symmetry. So when you cut the molecule vertically, the left side one is mirror image to the right side one. You can easily observe. So plus, plus, last you have minus, minus. So same symmetry. So therefore it is symmetrical. So when you use the horizontal plane of symmetry, so here you have plus, plus. In mirror was what you are observing? Minus, minus. That means it is not having horizontal plane of symmetry. So therefore with respect to sigma h, it is asymmetric. So symmetric and asymmetric. Come to here, you use the vertical plane of symmetry. You can easily understand this. Here you have the plus, minus. In mirror what you are observing? Plus. So here you have the minus. In mirror what you are observing? Plus. Therefore according to vertical plane of symmetry, this is asymmetrical. And use horizontal plane of symmetry. So plus is there, in mirror also you are observing plus. Minus is there, in mirror also you are observing minus. So therefore, according to horizontal plane of symmetry, it is symmetrical. So asymmetric and symmetrical. So friends, the last one not necessary to discuss because you can easily understand. So with respect to sigma v as well as sigma h, both, that is asymmetric and asymmetric. So friends, so this is the classification of molecular orbitals of reactants. Okay, so now let's go to the molecular orbitals of products. Okay, so molecular orbitals of products. Before going to discuss about molecular orbitals of product, you see here, right, the 2 pi bonds are converted into 2 sigma bonds. For 2 pi bonds we got 4 molecular orbital. For 2 sigma bonds we are going to have 4 molecular orbitals. In those 4 molecular orbitals, 2 sigmas are sigma 1 and sigma 2. These are bonding molecular orbitals. Both the sigmas are bonding molecular orbital. Remaining 2 sigmas are, that is sigma 3 and sigma 4. These are called anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So what is bonding molecular orbital for sigma? So sigma. So sigma means, yes, end-on overlapping of p orbitals, end-on overlapping of p orbitals, plus overlapped with plus through end-on overlapping, that is called sigma bond. Or you can also write like this, minus overlapped with minus, and here we have plus plus. So both are called, right, a sigma bonding molecular orbital, bonding molecular orbital. So next, here what is anti-bonding molecular orbital? Anti-bonding molecular orbital is, here again, end-on overlapping only. In end-on overlapping, right, plus slope overlapped with minus, and again minus slope overlapped with plus. So these are called, right, as anti-bonding molecular orbitals of sigma. So you say sigma star. So friends, I hope you understand the concept. So what is the sigma, what is the sigma star? So let's start the, right, molecular orbitals of products. So 4 molecular orbitals are there, sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3, sigma 4, because 2 sigma bonds are formed. So these 2 sigma bonds are formed by 4 carbons, therefore 4 molecular orbitals are present. So now the first one, yes, designation molecular orbital and also sigma v, sigma h. So here during the reactants you should not write these molecular orbital very close to each other, you have to maintain some gap here. Okay, here, so you take the psi 1 and again psi 1, that is exactly overlapped with the pluses are overlapped with each other. This is called sigma bond, it is also called sigma bond, isn't it friends? Therefore, so this is called sigma bonding molecular orbital. Sorry, sigma bonding molecular orbital. Okay, so right here again, second one, you take the psi 2 molecular orbital. So you remember friends, first we are writing sigma bonds with respect to psi 1 molecular orbitals. Second we are taking psi 2 molecular orbital to form the sigma. Yet next psi 2 should approach here, that approach overlap the plus orbital with plus orbital, minus orbital with minus orbital, that's why we are taking like this. Okay, so otherwise you can easily write, sir, right, this is the molecular orbital, first psi 1, sigma 1, so both combinedly give the sigma 1. So psi 3 is there, na, pi 3 combines to go to give the molecular orbital sigma 2. So next, yes, the next case, so here we are going to write, these are the bonding molecular orbitals. Next you are going to write about anti-bonding molecular orbital. For that you use the psi 1. Anti-bonding means plus is there, plus should interact with minus, here plus should interact with minus, so therefore I am taking psi 1 in this direction. So friends, Are you understanding? First you take the psi 1 molecular orbital to form the sigma bond. So in the next molecular orbital the plus should be here. So in this case you take the psi 1 molecular orbital to write the sigma star, use the minuses. Okay, so to write the again anti-bonding molecular orbital, use the psi 2, again use the psi 2, that should give plus overlapped with minus, minus overlapped with plus. So friends, these are the molecular orbitals psi 1, sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3. It is anti-bonding molecular orbital, that's why I written sigma star, otherwise not necessary to write the star, and sigma 4. So here let's see the symmetrical elements. Right here, cut vertically. So the left side part is similar to the right side part. So the left side part is mirror image to the right side part. Therefore, according to, okay, let's fill the electrons first. Okay, yes, these are the electrons because 2 sigma bonds are there. So here we have 2 sigma electrons, here also we have 2 sigma electrons, totally 4 sigma electrons are present. Those 4 sigma electrons are filled in 2 molecular orbital. So now you see here friends, vertical plane of symmetry, left side part is mirror image to the right side part, therefore it is symmetrical with respect to sigma v, and also cut by using horizontal plane of symmetry. The bottom side part exactly mirror image to the top side part. You see plus is there, in mirror also you are getting plus, plus is there, in mirror also you are getting plus, therefore it is symmetric and symmetric. Yes, okay, right, symmetric and symmetric. So next case, use the, yes, this vertical plane of symmetry, it is cutting vertically. The left side part is not mirror image to the right side part because here plus is there, in mirror you are seeing minus. So here plus is there, in mirror you are seeing minus. So left side part not mirror image to the right side part, therefore according to sigma v it is asymmetric. Right, here horizontal plane of symmetry, bottom side plus is there, in mirror also you are seeing plus, here minus is there, in mirror also you are seeing minus. That means same mirror image we are observing, therefore it is symmetric. So therefore, right, it is asymmetric and symmetric. So come to here, use the vertical plane of symmetry. So that plus in mirror plus, minus in mirror minus. So left side part mirror image to the right side part, therefore according to sigma v it is symmetric. So when you use horizontal plane of symmetry, plus is here, in mirror you are seeing minus, here plus is there, in mirror minus. That means horizontal plane of symmetry is asymmetric. So I already told you friends, so this will be asymmetric and asymmetric, otherwise you can check here. Left side part not mirror image to the right side part, bottom side part is not mirror image to the top side part. Okay, so therefore it is asymmetric and asymmetric. Okay friends, so these are the molecular orbitals classified with respect to sigma v and sigma h symmetry elements. Next case friends, so you draw a line, so this is called non-crossing line. So how to write the this line? So you have to differentiate the low energy molecular orbital from high energy molecular orbital. That means you have to draw a line from molecular orbital with electrons, molecular orbital without electrons. Okay, now correlate symmetry with symmetry. Yes, symmetry asymmetry with symmetry, and asymmetry with asymmetry. Okay, and asymmetry with asymmetry. What happened friends? So during the correlation of symmetrical elements, low energy molecular orbitals of reactants correlated with high energy molecular orbitals of product, and high energy molecular orbitals of reactants correlated with low energy molecular orbitals of product. That means these are crossing non-crossing rule. So these are crossing non-crossing rule, that means these are violating the non-crossing rule. That's why under thermal condition this reaction never takes place. That means the cycloaddition of two ethylene molecules never takes place thermally. So once you remember friends, we are not discussing about supra antra antra supra antra. So when you are not mentioning that, that is particularly telling about supra cycloaddition only. When you are not mentioning the stereochemical mode, that belongs to supra mode only. So friends, so finally what is the conclusion? Low energy molecular orbital correlating with high energy molecular orbital, that means those are crossing non-crossing rule. That's why under thermal condition, so what is the cycloaddition? 4 and pi cycloaddition is forbidden. Is it clear friends? Under thermally 4 and pi cycloaddition is forbidden. So once it is thermally forbidden, automatically by default photochemical allowed. That we are going to explain. Yes, photochemical condition, molecular orbitals and their sigma elements, symmetrical elements. So what are the molecular orbital? Pi 1, pi 2, pi 3, pi 4. So pi 1 has 2 electrons, pi 2, pi 3. So you see here friends, pi 1 has 2 electrons. In photochemical condition, when you irradiate with light, 1 electron promotes to pi 3 level, that we are getting this configuration. Okay, so symmetrical elements, have you remembered? Pi 1 belongs to symmetrical, pi 2 belongs to asymmetrical, pi 3 belongs to symmetric, pi 4 belongs to asymmetric and asymmetric. So now come to the molecular orbitals of products and their symmetrical elements. What are the molecular orbitals? Sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3, sigma 4. Their electrons are sigma 1 with 2 electrons and sigma 2 s. 1 electron is promoted from sigma 2 to sigma 3 due to photochemical irradiation. And the symmetrical elements are, yes, the symmetrical elements are sigma 1 belongs to symmetry, sigma 2 belongs to asymmetry and symmetry, sigma 3 belongs to symmetry, asymmetry, sigma 4 belongs to asymmetry and asymmetry. You see friends, you draw a line which are differentiating low energy molecular orbitals from high energy molecular orbital. That means molecular orbital with electrons and molecular orbital without electron. Now correlate the molecular orbital which are having same symmetry. Here symmetry is there, and symmetry asymmetry, yes, and asymmetry symmetry, here asymmetry here asymmetry and asymmetry. So you can observe this is not non-crossing rule. Low energy molecular orbitals of reactants correlating with low energy molecular orbitals of product, high energy molecular orbitals of reactant correlating with high energy molecular orbitals of product. So under which condition? Photochemical condition. Therefore this is telling that, so 2 pi cycloaddition, dimerization of ethylene always takes place in photochemical condition. So that is dimerization of ethylene allowed under photochemical condition. What is dimerization of ethylene? This is comes under, yes, this is comes under 4 and pi cycloaddition. 4 and pi cycloaddition allowed under photochemical condition. So friends, this is about CMO theory of ethylene. Thank you.